A healthy crop field can be ruined in a matter of weeks. The leaves swell, they begin to twist and distort, and soon the entire plant is smothered under a thick layer of black, sooty mold. The culprit is Aphis fabae, the black bean aphid. It is a plump, soft-bodied insect measuring barely 2 millimeters long. On its own, a single aphid is completely defenseless. It is highly vulnerable, incredibly slow-moving, and serves as a preferred food source for dozens of different insect predators. Yet, in the aggregate, this insect operates as a global agricultural plague. They act as vectors for roughly 30 different plant viruses, stunting growth, ruining pods, and devastating the yields of crucial human food supplies around the world. The secret to its destructive power lies entirely in its reproductive strategy. Instead of relying on traditional mating, the aphid has evolved a biological mechanism to bypass those rules entirely and scale its population at an explosive, exponential rate. The cycle begins in early spring, on the branches of woody shrubs. Overwintering eggs hatch into wingless females known as stem mothers. These stem mothers do not need to find a mate to reproduce. They rely on a process called parthenogenesis, meaning they bypass fertilization. Instead of laying eggs, they give birth to live young. Every offspring is an exact female clone of her mother. A single stem mother lives 50 days, producing up to 30 clones. Within days, those offspring give birth to their own identical clones. By removing the time-consuming processes of finding a mate and incubating eggs, the population multiplies rapidly, turning a handful of spring survivors into an expanding swarm. Eventually, the original host shrub becomes dangerously overcrowded. The growing season advances, and the leaves begin to age, losing their nutritional value. In response to this environmental stress, the next generation of clones undergoes a sudden physical mutation. They spontaneously unfurl translucent wings from their backs. These winged forms take flight in a massive summer migration. They abandon the woody shrubs and seek out entirely different host plants, targeting soft crops like beans, celery, and sugar beets. Upon landing, they resume feeding with a highly destructive secondary effect. As they extract massive volumes of sap, they inject a toxic saliva that directly aborts flowers and stunts the plant's growth. This physical metamorphosis, sprouting wings only when local resources dry up, allows a highly localized insect to mobilize and spread its clones across entire agricultural regions. Landing on these summer crops exposes the swarm to immediate danger. They are actively hunted by adult ladybirds, lacewings, and the larvae of hoverflies. Certain species of tiny parasitic wasps also attack the colony, thrusting their eggs directly inside the living bodies of the aphids, so their larvae can devour the hosts from the inside out. To survive this onslaught, the aphid produces a valuable byproduct. Because they have to drink massive volumes of sap to extract enough protein, they constantly excrete the excess sugary fluid as a waste product known as honeydew. This honeydew attracts black garden ants, who climb the crop stalks to harvest the sugary fluid, treating the aphids like livestock or milk cows. In exchange for this constant food source, the ants act as a private security force. They aggressively patrol the colony and physically carry predators away from the aphids. This chart shows the impact on field bean yields. On a healthy plot with 0 aphids, a plant yields 56 seeds. With aphids but no ants, the yield drops to 17. But when ants protect the aphids, the yield falls to just 8 seeds. The aphid makes up for its total lack of physical defenses by establishing a microeconomy, outsourcing its protection to an entirely different species. By late summer, the balance shifts. As autumn approaches and the days shorten, the sheer number of local predators and parasites finally builds up enough to halt the swarm's expansion. The winged clones abandon the depleted commercial crops, migrating one last time back to the primary woody shrubs where their ancestors hatched months earlier. Here, the population makes a sudden genetic pivot. The cloning engine turns off, and for the first time all year, the aphids give birth to male and sexual female offspring. These distinct sexes mate, allowing the females to lay specialized hardened black eggs in the crevices of the shrub bark. These eggs are capable of surviving winter temperatures as low as -32 degrees Celsius. The black bean aphid operates as a highly optimized biological machine. It uses asexual cloning for rapid scale, builds cross-species alliances for physical defense, and switches back to sexual reproduction just in time to ensure its genetics survive the winter freeze.